Hey there, welcome back. Have you ever laid in bed eyes wide open? Your brain running like a hamster on an espresso binge? Yeah, same. But it turns out, there's real science behind why you can't sleep, and better yet, science-backed ways to fix it. So today, we're diving into how sleep affects your brain, why your brain might be fighting it, and what you can do starting tonight. Let's get comfy and get curious. Sleep isn't just rest. It's not like your brain flips a switch and powers down. In fact, your brain is incredibly active while you sleep. More like a symphony than silence. Every night, your brain cycles through different stages of sleep. The two most famous ones, REM, that's rapid eye movement sleep, and deep sleep, also called slow wave sleep. These aren't just labels your Fitbit throws at you. They each play a critical, almost magical role in how your brain functions. While you sleep, especially during deep sleep, your brain is like a librarian sorting, organizing, and filing all the information you picked up during the day. Short-term memories, like that random code you memorized or a conversation you had, get transferred to long-term storage. This process is called memory consolidation, and it's why pulling all-nighters actually hurts your ability to learn and remember. In fact, one study published in Nature Neuroscience found that people who were sleep-deprived retained 40% less new information compared to those who slept well. Your brain needs sleep to cement what you've learned, like saving a document before closing your laptop. Ever notice how everything feels way more dramatic when you're sleep-deprived? That's because sleep acts like an emotional reset button. During REM sleep, your brain replays emotionally charged events from your day, but in a way that softens the emotional impact. It's your brain's way of processing and letting go of stress, frustration, or anxiety. Without enough REM sleep, your amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for fear and anger, becomes overactive. That's why lack of sleep can make you moody, impatient, and anxious. You're not just tired, your brain is literally struggling to regulate emotions. Here's something wild. Your brain cleans itself while you sleep. There's a special network of channels in the brain called the glymphatic system. It works like a nighttime housekeeping crew. It flushes out waste proteins that build up while you're awake. One of those proteins is beta amyloid, which has been linked to Alzheimer's disease. When you skimp on sleep, these waste proteins start to pile up. Over time, that buildup is believed to contribute to long-term brain damage and cognitive decline. Scientists at the NIH and other neuroscience institutions have confirmed that deep sleep is when this cleaning system kicks into high gear. So, yeah, sleep isn't laziness, it's maintenance. It's healing. It's upgrading your brain, processing your emotions, and literally scrubbing out toxins. The best part? It happens automatically as long as you give your brain the chance. Now that we know how amazing sleep is for the brain, let's talk about what happens when you don't get enough of it. Short answer, your brain gets, well, grumpy. Long answer, let's break it down. When you're sleep deprived, your brain struggles to stay focused. It's like trying to stream HD video on a dial-up connection, glitchy, slow, and frustrating. That's because sleep loss affects the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for attention and executive function. Even small tasks start to feel overwhelming, and distractions, they become impossible to ignore. Ever had a day where everything just annoys you, and then you realize you slept terribly the night before? That's not a coincidence. Lack of sleep makes your amygdala, your brain's emotional alarm system, go into overdrive. You're more likely to feel angry, anxious, or overwhelmed. Meanwhile, your brain's rational moderator, the prefrontal cortex, is too tired to step in and calm things down. Translation: you feel everything more and react more intensely. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I went on a picnic with my family, something that's supposed to be relaxing, right? Only problem? I hadn't slept for more than 30 hours. No naps, no breaks, just running on fumes. And I noticed something weird. The moment someone started talking too loudly, or even just laughing at a movie, I felt irritated, really irritated. Like, why is everyone being so loud? Level irritated over absolutely nothing. Looking back, it wasn't them, It was my sleep-deprived brain emotionally sensitive, totally off balance, and struggling to keep it together. That experience made me realize just how massively sleep affects how we handle even simple happy moments. Sleep is when your brain connects the dots between ideas and stores them properly. Without enough of it, your ability to solve problems, think creatively, and make decisions takes a serious hit. It's not just about being tired. Your brain's working memory, which is like mental scratch paper, becomes unreliable, so you're less able to hold and manipulate information in real time. A tired brain is a rigid brain, and that's not great when life throws you a curveball. Remember how sleep helps consolidate memories? Well, without it, that whole system breaks down. Your brain has a harder time locking in new information and recalling it later. This is why sleep-deprived students often feel like they studied all night but can't remember anything the next day. It's like hitting save on your computer but forgetting to press enter. The data never really sticks. Now here's where it gets serious. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to long-term cognitive problems. Studies have shown a higher risk of depression, anxiety, burnout, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The truth is, your brain doesn't just prefer sleep. It depends on it to do its job. Skipping out on it isn't a badge of honor. It's like asking your brain to run a marathon in flip-flops, on no food, during a thunderstorm, and trust me, it will crash eventually. That's because, over time, a lack of sleep interferes with your brain's ability to repair itself and clear out toxic waste. The buildup of proteins like beta amyloid can damage neurons and accelerate brain aging. So yeah, that whole "sleep when I'm dead" mindset, your brain has a better one. If I don't sleep, I'll get there faster and a lot more confused. So, why can't we sleep? Not just I made it through the night sleep, but real, deep, recharging rest. Turns out, a few sneaky culprits are interfering with your brain's natural ability to wind down. The worst part, most of them feel totally normal in modern life. Let's look at a few of the biggest ones. First up, blue light. We're constantly surrounded by screens like phones, tablets, laptops, TVs, or even smart fridges. All that screen exposure, especially at night, floods your brain with blue light, which blocks melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep. Even with night mode on, your brain still thinks it's daytime. What it really needs is darkness or warm, dim lighting in the evening. Next, inconsistent sleep schedules. Your body runs on an internal clock, the circadian rhythm, which syncs with light and dark patterns. But if you're going to bed at a.m. some nights and sleeping until noon on others, it's like giving your brain jet lag without leaving your room. A consistent sleep and wake time helps your brain know when to rest and when to be alert. Yes, even on weekends. Then, there's caffeine and heavy meals late in the day. That afternoon coffee, it can linger in your system for up to 8 hours, blocking the chemical adenosine that makes you feel sleepy. And late night meals, especially rich or spicy ones, put your body into digestion mode, not rest mode. It's best to cut off caffeine 6-8 hours before bed and wrap up heavy meals at least 2-3 hours before lights out. Finally, stress and racing thoughts, the classic mind that won't shut up scenario. You lie down, and suddenly your brain serves up a highlight reel of anxieties, emails you forgot, things you said years ago, tomorrow's to-do list. That's your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight mode, staying active. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which interferes with sleep cycles and keeps your body from fully relaxing. The good news? All of this is changeable. These aren't permanent flaws, they're habits and patterns that can be adjusted. And in the next section, we'll cover simple, science-backed strategies to help your brain finally get the sleep it's been asking for. If you liked the video so far, hit like. And if you are new, subscribe and hit the bell to receive more fascinating and fact-based videos. Okay, let's fix this. Because here's the thing. Your brain wants to sleep, it's built for it. But modern life keeps getting in the way. So instead of fighting your brain, let's work with it. Here are some simple and science-backed strategies you can try starting tonight to help you sleep better, deeper, and more consistently. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Your brain sleeps best on a schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps reset your internal clock and makes falling asleep easier. Create a wind-down routine. Sleep needs a wind-down window, 30 to 60 minutes of dim lights, no screens, and calming activities to help your brain shift from go mode to sleep mode. Turn your bedroom into a sleep-only zone. Cool, dark, quiet, and screen-free, so your brain knows it's a place for rest, not activity. Caffeine can keep you wired for hours, and while alcohol may knock you out, it disrupts deep sleep. So cut caffeine by early afternoon and avoid drinks near bedtime. And finally, use breathing techniques to calm the mind. Slow, intentional breathing, like box breathing or the 4-7-8 method, helps calm your nervous system and signals your body it's time to sleep. These changes might sound small, but together, they can retrain your brain's relationship with sleep. And unlike pills or quick fixes, these are habits your body will thank you for, not just tonight, but for the rest of your life. So, your brain isn't broken, it's just overwhelmed. But sleep is the reset button it's been begging for. Start with one change tonight. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Your brain will thank you. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe for more science that makes life a little easier. One night at a time. Sweet dreams. And until next time, stay curious and stay safe out there.